I like coffee. Like a lot. Well, maybe not like that, but I drink enough of this stuff for my friends to be worried about me at times. So much so that I cannot hold my hands perfectly still, especially when I'm holding a cup of coffee or a phone. I also like making things, and I want to start making videos showing all sorts of engineering and computer science projects. But I have a problem. I cannot for the life of me get decent footage using my phone because the camera picks up all of the little movements my hand makes. My coffee addiction problem becomes very noticeable. So today, I'm going to be making a mount for my phone from scratch using only the skills I've developed over the course of 3.5 years of college. Nah, just kidding. This comes from years of watching other people on YouTube make stuff. Initially, I had big plans. As I was designing the holder for the phone, I started thinking about how I could make a programmable, stabilized camera mount using stepper motors, copious numbers of bearings, linear rails, belts, the whole works. But then I realized I was struggling to make even the most basic phone holder, and was brutally reminded that I do not know anything about 3D design, and I had no clue what I actually wanted this to look like. So I turned to the Oracle for some inspiration. After some quick research, I decided holding the phone from the top and bottom was not a good idea for some reasons, such as I'm impatient and didn't want to wait for such a large object to finish printing. So I deleted what I had, banged out a design, 3D printed that shit, and ta-da. 2 lousy pieces of plastic, which were too thin and bendy to be any good. Also, my design required the use of rubber bands, a standard resource many amateur makers commonly utilize when making simple contraptions such as this. But I'm an idiot, and I don't have any rubber bands. After searching for a bit, I found these, bungee cords. I figured bungee cords were just big rubber bands, some sort of sock, so if I could just take them apart and, that didn't really go as I hoped. Also, I determined to make something actually usable and reliable as opposed to what I had just made, I needed to go back to the drawing board. This time, I was not kidding around. We're talking larger, centimeter-thick printed parts that would be robust enough to stand the test of time and also take an eternity to print as well. I have a base model Ender 3 printer, and it goes, but really slowly. Even when running a 1mm nozzle and cranking that bad boy up to 200% speed, these prints are taking a really long time. If you haven't figured it out yet, I don't like waiting for parts to print. An eternity of printing later, and I finally had some decent parts, and after throwing them around a bit, I got to work. As per usual with my parts, the screw holes were too small, and I decided to fix this the manual way. Yeah, I don't need a drill. Drills fear me. But in all reality, I really need a drill. Next, I attempted to melt the nuts into place with at best mediocre results, and I eventually settled for good old electrical tape. Finally, a little chop later, and all the parts were ready for assembly. Everything was going splendidly until I tried to secure the clamp to the edge of the table. Definitely didn't think the part would fail. So yeah, I guess choosing 5% infill on the part to speed up the printing process was a bit too hopeful of me. I thought this move was more akin to like buying off-brand chips, but was really more like dumpster diving for donuts. Sometimes you get a stale treat, but most of the time you get food poisoning. Anyway, after consulting the Oracle for a more reasonable infill density, I reprinted the part, which took 2 whole hours, and I assembled everything. And ta-da, it's done. Over the years, filmmakers and hobbyists have tried countless times and come close to making the most ergonomic, the most perfect camera mount, but none have come as close to pure perfection as this. What we have done here, what we have created here, is unique, is revolutionary, is inspiring. Hey, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time.